Hi, third graders and families. I am here to tell you about our third grade schedule. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I am not a professional schedule maker. I am a teacher. And so Miss J, Miss Jess, and I tried our best to have this all make sense. And I tried to put it in a format that made sense, and it makes sense to me, but I also created it. So I'm kind of going step by step, and I want to explain the whole thing and how it works and how to access it. So in this video, you will learn two important points, which is one, how to find this schedule, and two, how to read it to know when your calls are. Okay, so let's get started. You can access our schedule through our Bitmoji classroom here. So you can access it by typing in your URL to the URL bar, which is bit.ly/G3 classroom. Another way to access our Bitmoji classroom is through your Google Classroom. So if you go there, the Bitmoji classroom will be linked. We'll send it out every Sunday. Just so that link keeps coming up in the stream. So once you're here in the classroom, you can find our schedule down here in this bookshelf. Okay, and it will always be here for you to reference. So when you click that, it will take you to the third grade call schedule. Now I will show you how to read it. Okay, so our third grade schedule, this is kind of the general outline of our week. You can see that our homeroom days are Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Monday is specialist, Wednesday is roar day. In the morning, we will always have a morning meeting from about 8:30 to 9. So you can see across the week that is there. Then from 9 to 11, teachers will be doing one-on-one check-ins with individual students. If you are not having your check-in at that moment, this is your time to work on your independent assignments and kind of work through your assignment sheet and focus on some of those learning tasks. Then we've scheduled in a lunch and break from 11 to 12, but really you can take breaks as needed. This is just kind of a general break time. It's when teachers will be having our break. Then from 12 to 2:40, we have the small group calls. Students will cycle through the teachers and have 20-minute sessions. Then you can see how much time we have allotted for synchronous learning opportunities, which is a fancy way of saying face-to-face video calls. Now, if you go down to the next tab, it says the detailed call schedule. So here we see our call schedule in this beautiful color coordination that I hope maybe helps you read it a little bit. Our class call is here. Each Sunday we'll have a poetry topic. Tuesday we'll have show and tell. Thursday we will have a Kahoot game. This link to our class call, you can click the link here. It's always the same meeting link. That we will use for our morning meetings always. It's the one we've been using during orientation week. Next, you can see the individual call schedule. So you can see that in the first column, this is Miss Jess. At 9 o'clock, she'll talk to Sean. Then at 9:10, she'll talk to Aaliyah, and so on and so forth for little 10-minute check-ins. Then the next column you can see is for Miss J. At 9 o'clock, she will talk to Sally, then Yona, then Vivian, and so do one-on-one check-ins, and she'll go down that list. And the third column is me, Mrs. Wingers, and I will call these students on Sunday. Okay. Then let's move across to Tuesday, where you can see the students switch teachers. So Sean was talking to Miss Jess at 9 o'clock on Sunday, but on Tuesday, you'll see Sean is talking to Miss J. Okay, so the group, we've switched the students so that each student will talk to a different teacher each day. You can see on Thursday, Sean talks to me first. But we did this intentionally that we wanted each student to have the same time slot each day. That creates consistency so that, for example, Sean, I hope you don't mind I'm using you as an example. He will always have his one-on-one check-in from 9 to 9:10. It's just the teacher that will change, okay? So for everyone else, you see Hamza, his is always 10 to 10:10. On Sunday, he talks to Miss Jass. On Tuesday, he talks to Miss J. And on Thursday, he talks to me. So you can find your name in this schedule. You can see what time your 10-minute check-in will be. And you can also see what teacher you will be talking with on that day. I'd like to explain how we're going to arrange those one-on-one calls. You can expect that when your time starts, the teacher that you will be conferencing with will send you a link on Google Chat. So you won't be expected to log in to some certain meeting link on your own. Your teacher will send you a link through Google Chat. And the reason we decided to do it that way is because it takes a little bit of the responsibility off the students and making sure that they remember every single time. I know for myself, I like reminders. So when I have meetings, my watch is always pinging me saying, remember, you have this meeting, this meeting. And we thought that it would be helpful for students to send the link each time. So that way they might be all wrapped up in their independent work and doing some independent reading, and then something will ping and they'll go, oh, there's my link for my meeting. Okay, so it's good to be aware and know about what time your meeting is and be expecting that link, but you'll always get that ping from a teacher that will come through Google Chat. Let us move to the afternoon. This is when we'll be doing some small group instruction and small group activities. And let me talk you through why we decided to do it in this way. We wanted each student, each group, to have some time with each teacher in a small group for each day. This gives the student more face-to-face time with teachers and also more time to connect with students, with their classmates. The way this will work is that Miss Jass, this is the confusing bit, so you might have to rewatch this part. Let's be honest, it's a little crazy, but I think it's gonna work. Okay, so Miss Jass starts with group 1A, which is the red group. You see how this is color coordinated? I'm amazing. Okay, you can also, on the bottom here, you can see the student group tab. This also has the groups, right? So here's group 1A. There's their meeting link. And you can see that group 1A will meet Miss Jass from 12 to 12:20. Then at 12:20, Miss Jass will start with group 2A, and Miss J will go into the 1A meeting room. Then at 12:40, Miss Jass will start with group 1B, Miss J will move into the group 2A, and I will start with group 1A. I will jump into the 1A meeting. Now, you might be saying, that means I'm going to be on a live video call for 60 minutes in a row? Yes, it does. But we thought through this, and we chose this option because the alternative would mean that you would meet with the teacher for 20 minutes and then have a 20-minute break and then meet with the teacher and then have a break and then meet with the teacher and then have a break. And we felt that at least starting out, we wanted more consistency. We felt that it might be confusing, logging off and then logging back in and logging off and logging back in. So although you will have a meeting with different teachers coming in and out for 60 minutes straight, we are very aware of the fact that You should not be sitting in front of a computer for 60 minutes straight. So each time a new teacher starts, we will have some movement activities just to give us a little wiggle break. So it's intentional. It's, I think, the best choice for at least starting out. We'll reevaluate after a week or so and see how it went. Now, if you are my little USA cohort, shout out Emma, Paxton, Avery, and Pledger. You can see your times are down here. Sunday, I will talk to you in my evening, your daytime. Tuesday, it'll be Miss Jass. Thursday, it'll be Miss J, and you can see those times there. So I know I showed this before, but I just want to say again, on the third tab, you can see the students, the groups. And for these afternoon meetings, the small group meetings, you will use these meet links. So this group 1A, if your name is in red, you will use the meeting link here. And I hope these all work. I tested them, so hopefully they all work for everyone. And here's group 1B, if your name is in yellow, you will use this meeting link always, okay? So there's 3 tabs on this Google Sheet with lots and lots of information. So I know this might seem overcomplicated at first, but I think laying it out like this might help to visualize what this schedule is going to look like. So let's recap what we've talked about today. 1, you find the schedule through the Bitmoji Classroom. It will be there in the little bookshelf. There's a link for it. It'll stay there forever. 2, how do you figure out when your calls are? On the second tab of that Google Sheet is the detailed call schedule. That will have links for our morning meeting. It also has the time schedule for all the other meetings. And finally, how should you log in depending on the meeting? For the whole class calls, the links are in the sheet. For the individual calls, a teacher will contact you through Google Chat. And for the afternoon calls, you log in. The links are there on the third tab of the sheet. It's so much information, I know, but we're here to support you. If you need help, if you are confused, if you want me to walk you through it on a video call, just send me a message, and or Miss Jass or Miss J, and we will help you out in any way we can. Okay, we'll see you next week.